So, you are a man or a woman interested in a Scorpio woman. Well, good luck, but there are some things I can let you know that are going to happen when you pursue this woman that can help you get prepared, alright? Thank you for listening and watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the rest of my videos. I do a lot on Scorpio. Check out my playlist on Scorpio called The Scorpio Experience. Check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Once again, that's lamartownsendtarot.com, where you can purchase your own personal, confidential, private reading from me. All my readings are strictly confidential and private. And I do video readings. They are $1 per minute. They are not free. You are free to ask any questions you would like, as long as they're not criminally related or anything of that nature, obviously. People laugh when I say that, but I'm serious, people, when I say that. Also, you can email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com for your own personal, confidential, private reading. Follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. Check out my Bandcamp and follow me on SoundCloud. And thank you for listening and watching this video. So, you want to get with a Scorpio woman. Well, good luck. And I'm serious, because these Scorpio women are not easy. Okay, they're not easy. You're not just going to be able to win them over all willy-nilly. It's just not going to happen. Okay? Scorpio women are much like their male counterparts, except Scorpio women are a little bit more covert, a little bit more secretive than the Scorpio men. So one thing you're going to have to accept about a Scorpio woman, and this is Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, you're going to have to accept that she's going to need to suss you out. She's going to need to figure you out first before she lets you in. She's going to ask you questions. She's going to, allow you to tell her you secrets about yourself. She's going to allow you to pour your heart out to her. She's not going to really pour her heart out to you as much back. She will pick and choose the secret she tells you. She'll pick and choose the information about her life that she tells you, because Scorpios are very secretive. They don't want you knowing all their business. If you don't plan on being in their lives forever, if you don't plan on staying and being there long term, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't plan on being in a Scorpio woman's life long term, if this is just a really one-night stand situation going on, then I would, advise you to not, don't try and get too attached. Don't try and get too emotional. Don't ask too many questions. Just, she's not gonna give it up to you. She's not gonna give up too much information to you if it's a one-night stand. She's not taking you too seriously. If it's a one-night stand. But if you're approaching a Scorpio, if you want to get with a Scorpio long term, she's going to have to suss you out. She's going to have to figure you out, figure what you're about, figure out what your intentions are. Because you can say what your intentions are all day. You can say what you want all day. But the Scorpio knows that there's always something underneath. There's always some truth underneath that you're not saying, you're not telling. There's sometimes even situations where you could say one thing, but then the Scorpio woman knows that deep down there's a hidden truth that she needs to find and figure out. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you're going to be able to pull a fast one on a Scorpio woman, because it's not going to work. Even for a one-night stand, I have to say, a Scorpio woman is going to suss you out. She's going to suss you out. She's going to figure you out before she decides to allow you in her bed, or before she decides to allow you to take her to your bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's really going to suss you out. Like, if you're planning to get with a Scorpio woman on that level, be prepared to be sussed out. Be prepared to be figured out. Be prepared to be stared at, from afar. Like, be prepared to be looked at and watched. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna watch you. She's gonna stare at you when you're not looking. Like she wants to see how you act when you think she's not looking. When you think no one's looking. You know, because that's your true self. You know what I'm saying? When you can put up a front all day, you know, but the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in your behavior when you think we're not watching. By the way, I'm a Venus in Scorpio. I mean, I'm not claiming to be a Scorpio, but my Venus is in Scorpio. I have Pluto conjunct Scorpio. My Pluto is in Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpio energy, so I don't know. Um, but I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, alright? Um, Also, I'm not saying I'm a woman, because I guess I would be saying. Although I do have a lot of feminine energy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that, you know? And I'm proud about that. I mean, I'm not upset or mad about that. So, you know, there's a reason why I do these videos, because I like relate to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I see both sides. Like, I mean, it helps that I'm a Libra moon. You know. So, anyways, Scorpio women are gonna suss you out. They're gonna watch you. They're gonna figure you out before. And then, here's the thing. It's like you think you're making a move, but really it's the Scorpio making a move. It's the Scorpio woman making a move. It's the Scorpio woman allowing you to enter her space to even approach her in that way. It's her allowing you to approach her in that way, period. You know what I'm saying? Without walking off or cussing you out, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The Scorpio is always in control. And you have to accept that and be understanding of that as well. Scorpios are, it's a very dominant energy. Um I find it can be feminine and masculine, but I find that inherently, like naturally, like it's a dominant masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? So the Scorpio is gonna want to dominate you and figure out your secrets and know about your future, past, and present. You know what I'm saying? Like the Scorpio needs to know everything about you. So you like I said, you need to be prepared to be sussed out and figured out. You know what I'm saying? You need to be prepared to. The Scorpio women are like might be like Virgo in a way where they're like they might ask you questions about your past. You know what I'm saying? Your present and your future. You know what I'm saying? They may, you know, delve deeper. They may cause you to delve deeper into, things you didn't expect to delve deeper into. Like, Scorpios can be natural therapists. And Virgo can be a natural therapist in that way as well. I find that's why Scorpio and Virgos can sometimes get along really well. Anyways, I digress. I find that earth signs in general can be natural, like, therapists and healers. But anyways, um, so Scorpio women, they just need to figure you out. They need to figure out what you're all about before they allow you to really enter that space, because there are different levels to a Scorpio woman, okay? There's like the surface level, you know what I'm saying, the everyday interaction with people, acquaintances level, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the underneath the surface level that she shows to her friends, her close friends and her family, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the underneath the surface level that she like doesn't show anyone, like that, behind hidden doors, like, you know what I'm saying, in the bathroom locked, you know what I'm saying, like in the mirror, like no one sees, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's like there's different levels to the Scorpio woman, and I think you also need to understand that as well, because you think just because you've gotten underneath the surface, I've gotten underneath the surface level, I really know her now. No, there's a couple more levels, that you need to really uncover, and you need to dig deeper, okay? The Scorpio is about digging deeper, okay? So that's another thing. It's like the Scorpio is gonna dig deeper. The Scorpio woman is gonna dig deeper with you. So as the Scorpio woman, as the relationship progresses with the Scorpio woman, and you've basically told her everything about you, pretty much, because she needs to know everything about you before she can fully trust you and commit to you, right? And you've been in a relationship for a while, and she starts to finally open up and tell you things about her past. A Scorpio woman would actually like once you can tell she really trusts you, and a Scorpio you can tell a Scorpio woman really trusts you when she'll just like openly blurt out things, you know, secrets about herself, or openly blurt out, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I did that once, you know, or something like that, you know what I'm saying, like that shows a Scorpio woman really trusts you, you know what I'm saying, or if a Scorpio woman like tells you, you know, her deepest darkest fears, like, you know, like maybe she's secretly afraid of heights, like, you know, and you have a date to go, you know, on a Ferris wheel. The Scorpio woman might freak out and be like, "Oh, wait, like I'm actually afraid of heights." You know, like helping the Scorpio get over her fears as well is a really big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like helping a Scorpio woman get over a big fear of hers, whether it be she's afraid of bugs, heights, but whether she's afraid of success, getting her degree, that she's gonna fail getting her degree, like whatever her fear is, she could have multiple fears. We all have different fears, you know, physical, mental fears. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy the fears we have, and how our brain works in that way. And Scorpios hate fear. Scorpios women cannot. They don't like fear in themselves, and they don't like seeing fear in other people. They don't like fear in other people. So you have to be strong. You have to be mentally strong, physically strong, and capable to deal with the Scorpio woman. Okay, she's not for the faint of heart. Okay, the Scorpio woman is not for the faint of heart. Okay, she's the type of woman that will use and abuse you. Okay, if you let her. All right, that's a Scorpio woman on the like the dark side. Okay, like the dark side Scorpio woman will use and abuse you. Like the more evolved Scorpio woman will you know let you know, hey, this isn't working, or she'll just ignore you, you know. So, anyways, you know, helping the Scorpio woman get over her fears is a really big deal. It's a big moment in her life, okay? If you help her get over her fear, that's something that she's gonna attach that fear, that past fear, that situation, that moment with you forever, whether you break up or not. Like, she'll always look back at that and be like, wow, he, you know, really helped me get over my fear of spiders, or wow, she really helped me, you know, get over my fear of coming out to my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. Like, you know, that Scorpio's gonna hold that so dear to her heart. The Scorpio woman is gonna hold that so dear to her heart. Or like just big moments with the Scorpio in general, like big emotional moments. Like taking the Scorpio woman out to see like her favorite artist front row. Like, you know, like that's a big emotional moment, you know what I'm saying, for the Scorpio. Or like, I don't know, buying a Scorpio woman a new house or a new car, or, you know, another thing is Scorpios like subtle things. So like not even like big gestures, like, oh, I got you a new house, oh, you know, like um maybe the Scorpio woman has been complaining, ugh, I hate the interior in my car. This leather is so worn out. It needs to be, you know, repolstered or whatever, you know what I'm saying, redone. You know, maybe while she's out at work, you redo her leather interior in her car. Or maybe she's been complaining, I hate the way the bathroom looks, you know, I just want to redecorate it, you know, I just don't know how I want it to look. You know, maybe you can figure out what her style is, what her, you know, what type of look she's going for, and decorate the bathroom when she least expects it. Like doing something subtle, like, you know what I'm saying, like that you know will make her happy is gonna make her happy. Okay, like doing something subtle and unexpected, like, hey babe, I did this thing for you while you were out, you know, that I knew you wouldn't expect it, but I love you so much, and I just wanted to show my appreciation for you by doing this thing for you. Because a Scorpio woman is gonna do the same thing for you. She's gonna do subtle things for you. She's gonna, you know, buy lunch for you, buy dinner for you, but, you know, so that when you get home you have food to eat. You don't have to, you know, be like, hey babe, what are we gonna eat for dinner, you know. Or she knows that you hate, you know, when the bathroom gets too dirty, so she's gonna make sure she cleans the bathroom, every Wednesday, every other day, like something like that, subtle things like that. Like maybe she'll put your wallet in a place that you won't forget because she knows you forget. You tend to place your wallets in places you tend to forget where you put it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like things that you don't notice, things that you take for granted, that the Scorpio woman does for you, that you don't really see. It's like you see it, oh, thanks, or oh, like, thanks, but it's like you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to show your appreciation to the Scorpio, and not just an oh, thanks, kiss on the forehead, pat on the back. Like, no, you have to give the same back. You know what I'm saying? You have to give that appreciation back. And it also helps to know that Scorpios are very sexual. Scorpio women are very sexual beings. Scorpios are very sexual beings, period. So, getting them back, in bed, or in some sexual way, whatever their preference is in that way, like, is also a plus as well. Maybe they like to see you in your bikini or your boxers, or I don't know, like, when she comes home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like something hot and unexpected like that, subtle. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas and I'm trying to help you out, okay? Scorpio, this is all, like, by the way, when you've, like, reach the point with the Scorpio women where you're both totally comfortable with one another, and like it's like you're committed to one another. It's like if you just spring all this stuff at the Scorpio woman all willy nilly, she's gonna cut you off and be like, whoa, you're doing too much for me. Like, you have to know the levels to the Scorpio, okay? You have to know that there's a barrier that she's going to put up, an invisible barrier that she's going to put up with you, and it's going to be thick in the beginning, that barrier. But little by little, if you play your cards right with the Scorpio woman, the barrier will get thinner and thinner and thinner until eventually it's like it disappears, you know what I'm saying? And you have full access to her, you know what I'm saying? Just as she has full access to you. And it's going to be the best, most amazing relationship that both of you will ever be in. Once you get to that point, though, you have to work to it. It's not going to come easy, alright? It's not going to come easy. The Scorpio woman is going to test you. Scorpio woman is going to test your power. There might be a power balance in the relationship. So once again, you have to really know yourself. When you come to this woman, you have to know yourself. You have to know what your ticks are. Because she's going to press those buttons. She's going to press those buttons and see what makes you tick. She's going to figure you out once again. So she's going to test you. She's gonna see just how powerful you are, you know. Oh, is he or she really as powerful as they say, or really as powerful as they put on? I don't know. Let me push this button and see. Let me push this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and let me just push them all. It's just like the Scorpio woman's gonna really test you. Okay, so you have to be ready for that. All right, for the better or worse. All right, it really depends on you. Alright? You have to be transparent. Like, the Scorpio woman just needs to know your intentions. What are your intentions? What are your intentions with her? What are your intentions? If you don't tell her up front, she's gonna figure it out herself. By asking questions, or just by letting you talk to her. Just, because you're gonna slip up and say something that's gonna reveal your intentions. So, she's just gonna sit back and wait and watch and, listen to you talk. Oh, wow. Really? Wow. And how did that make you feel? When did this happen? Wow. Like, she's gonna, that's a Scorpio woman. And by the end of the conversation, she's gonna know whether or not you are to be disregarded, and thrown in the trash, or if you're a keeper, if you're someone to keep around, or if you're just someone who's good for like a, you know, one night stand every now and then, or, a good friends with benefit situation. Scorpio will know. She'll figure it out for herself. The whole time you think, oh, I just have her wrapped around my finger. She's going to do anything I want. Nah, buddy, it's not going to work like that. Nah, girl, it's not going to work like that. Just when you think you've got her, she's like, she slips from your grasp, and then you're like, damn it. And then have to, and then you start kind of overcompensating because you feel the Scorpio woman out of you, and you feel her, kind of falling out of your grasp. So you're overcompensating, and the fact that you're overcompensating is making her look at you as weak, and she becomes even more detached. And then, like, the fact that she becomes more detached makes you even become more like a ball of mess, and it's just not good. Okay, so you really have to know yourself and not let this situation become that situation where you just become a ball of mess. The Scorpio woman just, like, looks down at you, like, like, proceed with caution, I'm telling you, okay? But if you play your cards right, if you're transparent, upfront with your intentions and honest, and if you're a good match, this is going to be a great relationship. She's going to be so devoted. She's going to be so devoted and so sweet and so kind and loving. She's going to make the best partner and loving family if that's what both of you wish, and she's going to make the best mom, you know. Or aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather. It's just, the Scorpio woman is a beautiful being, and we are blessed to have her on this earth. We thank you, Scorpio woman, for your presence. Okay, you guys are so needed on this earth. We thank you for being here and for allowing us to be in your presence, okay? Because you guys are fierce and you know it, alright? Y'all are hot mamas. Y'all better work, alright? Thank you for listening and watching this video. This is how to get with a Scorpio woman, okay? You just have to be honest and upfront with your intentions, okay? There can't be any plot holes in your approach with the Scorpio woman, okay? Because she's going to see straight through the plot holes and she's going to call your bluff each and every time, okay? Please check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. You can also like me on Facebook at or at facebook.com/Lamar Townsend official. Follow me on Google Plus. Check me out on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. And I think I said them all. Alright. Contact me for your own personal, private, confidential reading. And I'll catch you guys next time, okay? Scorpio women, you guys are awesome and you know it. See ya.